Uh, your name is Santosh or what?
No, it's my father's name, but my name is Lucky Gupta.
Oh, lucky. Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
All right, welcome to my YouTube channel, Swetas English Lifestyle. Good afternoon. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Good afternoon, too. How are you?
I'm doing excellent as usual.
Ah, okay. That's great.
Okay, so as we are
So,
meeting for the very first time, so would you like to give your introduction first?
of course, why not? So, my name is Lucky and I hail from Jharkhand. As far as my education background is concerned, I'm pursuing my bachelor's in history honors and I'm a first year student. And if I talk about my hobbies, so I like to listening to music, reading the books, spending time with nature, and so on. I have a lot of hobbies, and that it's all. Yeah, that's all about me. What
Oh,
about
great.
you? I really want to know about yourself.
Okay, that's great. Thank you so much for asking about myself. So, hi, my name is Sweta and I'm from West Bengal. I have completed my graduation and I'm about to complete my master's degree. We are waiting for the result.
Oh,
Yes. And I have a YouTube channel, Swetas English Lifestyle, where I have been making conversational videos. And while making conversational videos, it started teaching and started learning English properly. Earlier, before having conversation, I was practicing by myself. Then I began my YouTube and started doing conversation. That's how I have been doing consistently. And also teaching. I teach online and offline. I teach personal
oh my
classes and
God.
group classes. And then again, I'm a student, I'm a learner. At the same time, I'm a trainer. So that's pretty much about me. Thank you.
Uh, that's great. That's amazing. You are doing a lot of things at the same time.
Trying to do my best. Let's see what will happen.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's great.
Do you have
So
any
I
question?
really want to. Yeah, of course, I have a lot. So I really want to know about your journey. Like, when did you start, and which challenges did you face a lot during your journey, and still, what do you face a lot? So please, can you explain it?
Okay, sure, why not? I would love to talk about my English journey, and it's been interesting in my life. Why? Because I started learning this language from scratch, and that time I didn't know about many things. I was a student of college, and that time I was underconfident, and I was unable to speak. I was unable to communicate with people, and suddenly I got to know about this language. So I thought that
Yeah.
first I have to learn this language anyhow. And I decided to learn this language in my college time. And that time I didn't know how to do it, what to do it. So I struggled a lot. But I can say that struggles are not struggles for me, but experiences. Those struggles
Yeah.
gave me experiences in my life, and now I can see huge improve in myself, and so many things I'm able to do because I did struggle and I tried many things to do, right? So that's why I can say that when we learn a skill or when we learn anything, that time of course we face a lot of challenges, and we also struggle a lot, but we need to learn from it. So basically, as I told you, that I started from scratch. That time I didn't know how to start my journey, and I was underconfident, as I told you, and I didn't know anything, right? So I started with phone. Okay, I didn't have platform that time, or I didn't go any school or any classes or any coaching institutions, nothing like that. So I had phone in my first year. First phone I got in my first year. So I started exploring and I started working on
Oh,
my English language. That's how it is started, and I kept doing it. This is how.
oh, that was lovely. That was amazing because I think English is not our first language, so we struggle a lot to learn this language. And in my case, I also have been learning this language for about like 6 months. And during this journey, I learned so many things. I explored so many cultures, and I'm still learning this language. And I hope one day I will be a good speaker.
Hmm. Yeah, definitely you will. We need time and effort and consistent practice. So if you continue, you'll definitely achieve.
Yeah, I do agree with you because, like, I have connected so many people from all parts of India, even other countries. So, after connecting with them, I realized that, oh, they have been learning this language for about 5 and 6 years, but still they are not able to speak. Then I found only one thing, like, the more time you spend on it, the quicker you will learn. And I think from my journey, I learned a lot of lessons, but the valuable lessons I learned, that is, the more time you spend on it, the quicker you will learn.
Hmm. We can think that we need to put effort and energy. At the same time, we need time, hours. How many hours you are practicing? That matters a lot.
Yeah.
We think that
Yeah.
okay, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months we have been learning, so why can't I speak or why can't I be a fluent speaker? We think like this. But do we think about hours? How many hours are you putting? It should be reached, that count, or that hours particularly that we need. Okay, if we fulfill, then we
Yeah.
become fluent. So because we need to train
Yeah.
our brain and mouth, we need to polish. So for that, it's not overnight process or 3 to 6 months, but hours is needed here. How many hours you are
Mm,
putting every day? How many hours you are learning? And every day we have to learn something new, and some other things also we need
yeah,
to
it's true.
practice. Aspects are there, and there are many things to follow. So we need to go with the flow, and also we need to follow certain things that are
Yeah.
required. Those are required,
Yeah,
right?
it's really, yeah, I do agree with you because I also realized the same.
Hmm. Okay, so how did you start learning English? How many months you have been learning?
Actually, I also started my journey from scratch. Like, first of all, I would say I don't come from an English speaking background or English medium school. I have completed my all like schooling, intermediate, even I'm pursuing my graduation in Hindi medium. So I also started my journey from zero, completely zero. And after passing my intermediate, I realized that English is not just a language, it is much more than a language. So I thought, okay, I decided to learn this language, and I have started my journey. I think since February, it has been 6 months, and I started with very basic grammars. Earlier, I didn't know how to introduce yourself, so like I started with my like basic grammar, sentence structures, tenses. So from that, situation, I started. And earlier, like I was very unaware of vocabulary, pronunciation, accent. So I didn't know, but one day I just came on YouTube and I searched on that how to speak this language, how to get fluency, and I have found a lot of videos. I watched some videos, and after that, I decided. I have decided, okay, I will learn. And from that day, I was like, not, yeah, I was consistent. So, like, I spent too much like effort on this language. So, that's why I improved a lot. And maybe I'm still learning this language. And I expect one day I will be a very good speaker.
Yeah,
That's
true,
all
true.
about me.
Within 6 months, I can see huge improvement in you, and the way you are speaking, it's pretty natural. It doesn't look that you are learning recently. 6 months just you have completed, right? So unbelievable,
Yeah.
I can say, because many people
Thank you
have
so
they have
much.
been learning for a long time. And is it true that you have completed only 6 months? And how many hours you practice? Tell me the secret
Yeah,
for
it's
the audience.
completely true. Actually, yeah, when I just, tell to people, I mean, anyone, I have started my gym since February. It has been just 6 months, and they're literally shocked. I mean, oh
And
my God, really? Like maybe,
as you told,
yeah.
from the beginning, from the zero you started. So only within 6 months you have improved this much. Means the zero to hero, right? Before six months
I
you
don't
didn't learn, you didn't
know.
know
No.
anything in
Actually,
English before 6 months.
no. No, I knew like some words, some simple structures such as simple, simple tense like present tense, and simple, continuous, present continuous, these kinds of simple, very simple structures. But I was not aware of, what is vocabulary, what is accent, what is pronunciation. I learned these things, during my journey. I started with very basic things like, initially when I didn't know how to start, where to start, then I like used to read kids books like 2 3 class books. I mean, I love to study about social science, English stories. So I used to read a lot of English books, science books. So from that books, I learned how to make structure, how to make, and I also learned so many words, vocabulary from these books. So I think, yeah, I started with very basic things. As I mentioned initially, I used to do a lot of activities such as mirror practice, repeating, shadowing practice, reading the books, and a lot of words, some basic rules, and mm, I mean, these kinds of things, activities I used to apply a lot, and I still apply it in my on the daily basis. So I think because of it.
Okay, so can you mention how many hours do you practice so people can understand that within 6 months, definitely people can learn this much the way you are speaking, and they can also understand how many hours they need to put.
As I mentioned, like during my journey, I learned a very valuable lesson. That is, the more time you spend on anything, the quicker you will learn. And it is my, I would say, it is my ideal line of my life, and I follow it a lot because I really want to mention my hours. So to be very honest, I didn't count how many hours I spend on it on this language, but yeah, I try to add it in my daily life. Like I start my morning with English, like with reading the books, writing something. So I think in when I talk about in my like morning routine, so I read the books and write something, and I also use ChatGPT for my practice. I also do shadowing. I try to learn at least 2 new words every day, and I use one application that is AC Fluency app. It is like audio calls application. You can you know connect with people through audio calls. So I have been using this platform for about 3 months. Yeah, for about 3 months, and I think I also make videos for improving myself. So yeah, so from these kinds of activities and learning this language, I still spend like at least, yeah, 3 4 hours on this language.
Okay, every single day, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Ah, that's great. That's great. People will definitely learn from you many things because within 6 months, people think that I want to speak English fluently, or you are speaking naturally. That is what we need, right? At least you are able to communicate. You are able to share your thoughts. So many people struggle because they have been learning for a long time, maybe 5 years, 10 years, but still they can't communicate. They can't share their opinions or their thoughts. They can't convey themselves, so it's pretty difficult that you are able to do it. For many people, it's very difficult. So what would you like to suggest to audience? What they need to follow if they want to improve within 6 months? Can you share your roadmap or your strategy that you followed? That will definitely help to
Yeah.
audience.
Yeah, at first I would say it doesn't matter which area do you belong. If you really want to learn this language, just start your journey. Just start. Just start with very basic things. If you don't know anything about English, just start with very basic, with very basic sentence structures. Try to do mirror practice. You have to just pick one topic, such as you can start with your introduction. You can start with your daily routine, your favorite food, your favorite hobbies. It can be anything, and try to speak with yourself, just like mirror practice. And you can also follow a lot of techniques such as shadowing practice. You have to pick one very simple English video, and you have to just listen carefully, and after that you have to try to repeat their tone, rhythm, accent. And at first it was too challenging for you. I was also facing the same, it's like same, but yeah, but after sometimes you will gradually learn the things very quickly if you are consistent. And the second thing I would suggest you, please try to be consistent, because I think we try to learn a lot of things at once and one day, and maybe today I'm very confident, today I'm very in motivation, and I learned so many things today. And from second next day and tomorrow, oh no, yesterday I learned so many things, and I will do this from next day, next day, next day. And this, because of this habit, we are not able to learn anything. So I would say, try to be consistent with yourself, and try to be honest with yourself. Because I mean, it is not like nursery class or 10th board, so your teacher will force you, please study to study. No, try to honest with yourself. If try to take a challenge, or not a challenge, try to just take a promise with yourself, and try to be honest and consistent on that, and start your journey. You will, after sometimes, you will see remarkable progress in yourself. That's all.
Yeah, true, true. That's great. Thank you so much for sharing. Again, I'm saying this. So, how do you motivate yourself? Do you get motivation every day to learn this language, or you feel demotivated sometime?
Yeah, it happens as a human being. We like, sometimes we feel motivation, sometimes we feel demotivated. So it's very normal for to being as a human. So I would say, I have I mean, I have read once time one quote that is like, what is the difference between motivation and discipline? So motivation, when you when you like to do something, and you try to learn something, and then you do, that is motivation. But when you don't like to do something, like if you don't like to do, okay, today I do not want to do this, so then even you do that thing, that is called discipline. So I always try to be disciplined on this language. And yeah, sometimes, like initially, as I mentioned, to like for a beginner, it was too challenging for me. For me, it was also, I'm not pretending it was straightforward for me. No, it was so not easy for me. It was too challenging, hard for me. No one was like suggesting me how to start, how to learn, how to grow. No, nothing. Sometimes I feel like I'm not growing, I should give up. So but from next day I realized that no, once time everyone is beginner, so please start your luck, please start again, lucky. And I try to I try to motivate myself, like, yeah. So yeah, it happens, but it's normal, I would say.
Mhm.
But try to be disciplined.
Oh, yes, you're right. We need to be disciplined for anything. Now, for motivation, behind the motivation, is there any strong reason that you think, or do you have any big dream to fulfill? You can share anything.
So I would say, I don't know, but I think to be being a girl, it is my biggest strength. Whenever I fall, I remember I'm a girl, and and from that moment, I stand again. I stand up again, and it is my biggest strength. It is my biggest strength. I think because of this, I always try to learn new things, and I always try to motivate, discipline myself. I try to be honest with myself. So because of it, I am learning, and I hope one day, whatever I want, I will achieve.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, because when we learn English, we have so many dreams in our life we want to fulfill, we want to achieve, right? So that's why I asked. Lastly, I will ask you one more question and then you can ask me. The last question is, you now started learning and you have been learning consistently, right? So you want to grow on YouTube, you want to become a content creator.
Yeah, I think content creator is not my exact dream, but I think it is a part of my dream. I don't want to become a very big, very popular, and become like a very celebrity person. Not like that. I just want to help the person who are struggling with English, and they think like, I come from this background, I come from this area, so I'm not able to, I am not able to learn this language, because I also come from village. So in my, place, no one speak this language, and like most of the people, they are unaware of the importance of English. So I mean, they think like, what is it? Like English it is not my cup of tea. So that's why I really want to encourage the people you can learn this language, and it is, becoming a global language, and through this language you will get a lot of opportunities in your career, in your education. So please try to learn it, and you will learn it one day if you are consistent on it. So I just want to help encourage the people who are also struggling with English like me, because I feel the same thing. I see myself in them, so I really want to help them. That's why I started content creation. And yeah, apart from it, I think I really like to talk with people, strangers, and with anyone. Yeah, so I would be great when I will help with someone, and because of me, and because of my, like, any video, anyone will learn this language. So it is my mission, it's my vision, and I think from my video, if from my video, if anyone learn this language, and from, like, any kinds of motivation, so I would be feel great. I would feel like, you know finally I got it what I want. So that's my,
Okay.
you know reason behind content creation.
Hmm, that's great. You want to work on education genre, right? That's why, because you want to help.
Yeah,
Hmm. Because it's
yeah,
pretty
I can
difficult to
say.
work on education genre when, if you have a mindset of learning and helping, then only you can sustain on education genre, or we can say niche, right? So it's pretty natural that if you are learning English, then we have a mindset of learning and helping people. That's why we want to
Yeah,
teach, we want to educate, we want to help.
yeah. Yeah, that's like, it's so difficult, because if you have a, other niche on YouTube, so you will get maybe soon, like, success, you will get more views, but if you are working on educational channel, so it is very difficult to grow the channel.
Hmm. So have you been doing for a long
Yeah.
time conversational videos or talking to people?
No, no. It's my third time. Like, once time I have connected with Rajni ma'am from, like, Try to Thrive. And second time I have connected with one of my friend, not just like, in my real friend, real life friend now. I just met her online, and her name is Pooja Thakur, and she is from Himachal, and we meet, like, on online platform, like, conversational videos. So I just took a session with her, and you are my third one.
Oh, great to know that. So you feel confident while doing conversation or you feel nervous? I think you look confident.
Yeah, like, first time when I connected with Rajni ma'am, then I was so nervous. And at the same time, I was like excited to be there. But after doing two, three conversation, I mean, yeah, now it's okay. I'm a little bit like confident.
Okay. So do you think
Yeah.
confidence it is in you or you are building it?
Yeah, I have built it, because confidence is not like, I think confidence comes after practice, not before practice, because I think I really want to improve my, communication skills, like public speaking, because when I try to give a speech and any kinds of, delivering speech, then my hand shakes when I hold the mic. So that's why I really want to improve my public speaking, my communication skills, and so many other skills.
Hmm. When I didn't know, when I was in college, I didn't know about communication skills and personality development. So even I didn't work for it or I didn't take action for it. I was completely new and I was underconfident, as I told you. And by nature, I was introverted. So that time I went for the audition. I love to sing. So in my locality, it was small audition, talent hunt. So singing audition. So I went there and I hold a mic to sing. That that time I felt, so scary. I was just shaking, or like I was just you know I was just feeling I was just feeling scary a lot to hold a mic and sing songs. Also my throat, got dry. I was just feeling thirsty that time. So that happened with me once, okay. And I realized that what
Yeah.
when I go to the stage or when I hold a mic, I feel like this way. Why is that happening with me? I think People also do, people also try, then they don't face this problem. Maybe they face this problem, but why I am facing, just I'm doubting. I was doubting myself and I was asking myself that why is it happening with me. So I faced it that day and I did it well. Then again, I tried multiple time. Participated in singing competition in my college time 2 3 times, and that time I was pretty confident by doing it. Then when I started learning English, I was feeling confident because I started improving. I started working on myself, and then I felt that I can do it. Right. So that time I started doing it. I started speaking in front of camera. I was going outside and recording myself publicly. Then I went to the stage and I spoke, I gave a speech. That time I really enjoyed. I was just feeling little bit scary or nervous that time. I went to by dancing, just I was moving and just showing that I am confident, and I forgot about that hesitation problem which I had, and I just enjoyed. When we enjoy that time, we remove our hesitation problem, or we feel underconfident, we forget about it. So I started enjoying it, and I hold a mic and I gave a speech, and it was really amazing. I did it with confidence, right? So I enjoyed a lot. And then again, I did workshop in my locality because it's a rural area, so I love to train people, those who are rural students, or I love to guide them or give awareness program. So I do it, right? So I did it, and when I did it, I was so confident. I didn't feel anything. Okay, I did 5 to 7 times workshop. Then I felt so good. Then lastly, I got a chance to give interview in news channels. So many times I gave new means interview in news channels. So I felt so confident. I was not scared, right? So I felt, wow, that's like experience we need, and we need to face it again and again. And then we become confident, and we need to try multiple things, different activities to do it. Then I
Yeah,
started, nowadays I
yeah,
started speaking publicly. Outside I go and I record. Yes, a little bit awkward or we feel weird because people behave like that. But again, I
yeah,
build my
yeah, it's true.
confidence. Yeah, I built my confidence, so I did it easily. Just a few days ago, I
Yeah.
went to the shop and I recorded. I went to the public space and I recorded. So it was an amazing journey for me to build my confidence level.
Yeah, it was like great. Like you are trying to step out your comfort zone. Like you are not comfortable, like speaking in the public sector. So you are
I
trying
was
to do that. It's
I was
great.
not
Yeah,
comfortable with anything. I was not comfortable with anything. Yeah, means talking to people,
yeah,
interacting with boys, communicating with people, socializing with people, and talking with professors. I was not comfortable. I wanted everything to do it, but I was not comfortable because I didn't know, I didn't face
yeah.
it, I
It
didn't
happens. It
experience it.
happens.
Yes. So day by day, I started doing it, and now I feel it's normal completely because we.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like when I started to talking with, male co-learners on platforms, on different platforms. So, I mean, for the first time, it was really, really hard, challenging for me. Like I didn't talk with boys earlier, but I had to talk because on that platform, there's no a specific queue for only females or girls, not like that. It was very general queue, so it can be male or female. So I had to manage both with, both. So
I
it
can
was
understand.
like, very challenging, hard for me to talk with them. I was like too nervous. My legs were stumbling, like shaking. It was like that. But after some conversations, I realized that, yeah, okay, Lucky, you can do it. And gradually, everything will be okay for me.
Mhm. Yeah, true, true. I can understand that. I also used many times those applications when I was in initial time. That time I was using, and first time I interacted with a boy in English, and it was very difficult for me to do it, but I did it, and then I tried multiple times to talk with people on audio calls. So yeah, that was my
Yeah,
first step, I would say. Self practice and audio calls. That was my first step. Then
yeah,
second, video call, then YouTube, then
yeah.
continuously.
Mhm.
This is how it has been going.
Yeah. Yeah, on YouTube, I was like thinking, oh, yeah. I mean, I was not too much active on social media before my journey, before my English journey. I was not like, active too much on Instagram or Facebook and these kinds of, social, platforms. So I was not too much active. I didn't post, a story, these kinds of things I didn't do. And when I started my YouTube journey, I was too scared. I was like, oh my God, what I'm doing. I will like face a lot of things. I will have to face a lot of things. So I was too scared. But I tried to step out my comfort zone. And yeah,
Hmm.
I tried to do uncomfortable things. And yeah, now it's
Yeah,
okay for me.
we need to do it. Actually, we need to take action, which we feel
Yeah,
uncomfortable. We don't feel comfortable for it, right? So we need to do it.
yeah,
Many audiences or many learners or many viewers, they don't think that they have to take actions. They think that they are not good at it, but they don't understand that are they taking action or are they doing it again and again, which is not, you know, easy for them, or it's like
yeah.
feeling comfortable for it. No, we have to do it out of comfort zone.
Yeah, it like it happens because I think comfortable it is the biggest enemy of lazy person. I was like also a very lazy person. I didn't want to do work. I didn't want to do any kinds of household chores. But gradually I understood like comfortable is the biggest enemy for me. And when I realized, so I tried to step out of my comfort zone, and now it's okay for me.
Mhm. Good to know that.
Yeah.
Any question do you have, or we can keep it this much?
Yeah, I have a lot of questions. So I really want to know about, like, I have a very interesting question for you. Like, if you could swap yourself for one person, just no, sorry, for one day, so who would you choose and why?
Swap means, may I know the meaning?
Yeah, yeah, swap means try to exchange with yourself with other person. Like, many people say that I want to become like him, I want to become like her. So if you had one chance to change yourself with one person for just one day, who would you choose and why?
I would I would choose my sister because she's great person, I can say, and she's amazing. Her way of speaking I really like, and the way she thinks and the way she does everything, she manages everything. She takes care or she looks after us. So that's why I would love to be in her character one day. And that's why, because I told you already why. That's the reason, because she's
Oh,
amazing. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, that's great. That's a good answer. Yeah. Actually, sometimes we have a lot of inspirations, expectations, like, I really want to become like her, like him. So that's why one question came in mind, like, okay, if I had one chance to swap myself for one day, so who would I choose? So
And
that's why I asked
basically,
to you.
I don't want to become like anyone. I want to become like me. But
Oh,
yes,
that's a good answer.
yes, the
Yeah,
way my
I
sister
was also
does,
thinking the same.
mhm, the way my sister does, she's also doing great, and she's great person in my life. She's my second mother, so that's why I told you. Otherwise, I love my character. I love my way of thinking or the way I do everything. It's just me. Nobody could replace,
Yeah, it's
or I
amazing. It's
can't
amazing.
replace, yeah, anyone.
Yeah, I think that's a good answer. I also have a same perspective, same opinion on this question. Like, a lot of person they ask me, "What's your ideal lucky? Who is your inspirations?" So my answer is like simple. Like, I have a lot of inspirations, ideals in my life, even in my daily life. I have a lot of, but I really don't want to become like anyone exactly because I love
Mhm.
myself. I love to being myself, and everyone is different. Everyone has a different story, different journey, and I
True.
love to be myself. And I do not want to become like anyone exactly because
Hmm.
I think no one is
True.
perfect. You have to just become a better version of yourself. That's it.
True.
Yeah.
Agreed and well said. Yes. You are right. So, is there any other question, or we are about to end because we have only 1 minute?
Yeah, we have just 1 minute, but I would say you are so kind because I just dropped you one message and you just accept me and like you just accepted my, request. So you are so kind and humble, and thank you so much for have a conversation with me. Thank you so much for it. And I really appreciate you. And I really like your accent, your English. You are speaking so good, like so amazing, fantastic.